Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, this is Coolman. So I'm just starting here doing my first Throne of Eldraine draft, and it looks to be like a really fun format. I did a couple pre-releases, and it's just awesome. So I'm excited to get back into it. I got my keto coffee here, my bulletproof. It's got some high calorie. It's gonna replace dinner tonight, hopefully. I've been doing that for a couple days, and I feel super good while doing keto. It's got coconut oil and butter, and I just put it up in the food processor and regular coffee with a little bit of stevia, so no sugar, nothing. Feels pretty good. Yeah, so I'm doing some drafts. I really like drafting. With Magic, like constructed is fun, but I think drafting is a little bit more fun because they have like these 3 month long little mini meta games that sort of develop that people try to figure out, and usually it gets figured out. Like the best cards, the best sorts of cards, and the best counters to them really get figured out, and the best types of decks by month 3 or so. But there's two sets of skills for drafting. There's this obvious like in-game my card versus what could he have. Am I going to play into his cards? Am I going to save a certain card? Am I going to make this trade? How am I going to sequence my things accordingly? How am I going to play so that I can maximize my value? Versus, am I the aggressive player versus the controlling player? So I should maximize my value while keeping my life total above 0. Or should I be super aggressive and try to sneak in that extra bit of lethal damage? All that is part of the skill set that's in the game of Magic. That's fun, and that's a constructed skill set. But there's an extra layer on top of it. The second type of skill set for limited and drafting is, what do I choose? And so this is more apparent, maybe a little bit more fun in when you're passing like a couple packs around in a pod of 8 people in person, because you can sort of play around things, take things from other players. But you still that's sort of hard to set up, and it costs money and stuff like that. But on Arena, it's a little bit cheaper, and you could just knock like many of them out. And picking the right decks is another super fun aspect of it. It's a part that I enjoy. Trying to pick not only the best cards, but what's going to beat the meta of what I've been seeing. So like, you see lots of red white knights in this set. Well, how can I pick accordingly and to beat those decks? And part of it is, you get what you get, but use your cards in the best way possible against what you know is coming, or at least you have a good guess of what's coming. And so if you do a lot of it, it's such a fun format. I love limited, love drafting. So let's start off with the traditional draft. Hopefully I can give you guys a good show. I recorded a couple ones, but we didn't do too well on those ones. So I'm going to take this one super seriously, and let's get some wins. All right, Pack Fresh Aria. This is a 3 black card. When it enters the battlefield, it drains for 1, and then tap this to sack another black creature, draw a card. This card's okay. I wish it had like Death Touch or something on it, because it's just a 3-mana 2/3 is okay. It's quite good if you have like a large amount of black cards, like 7 or more. So Righteousness is bad. Don't pick it. Once in Future, I mean maybe sometimes, but generally no. Once in Future is kind of a 4-mana. What I like is its instant speed, but you return a target card from your graveyard to your hand, then put 1 target card from your graveyard on top of your library, then exile this card. So this card's good because it's just sort of drawing you 2 cards that you really want, but it is not as good because it takes some requirement to like, you have to have cards in your graveyard. You have to have cards in your graveyard that you want to put on top of your deck or in your hand. And then the good part about it though is that it's almost like a blue card drawing 2 cards, but it's a little bit better than that because you're picking the 2 cards. So this card's not bad, but probably not going to pick it over Arya. How would you say it? Ayara. Ayara is an elf noble. That's another thing to pay attention to. Savvy Hunter is awesome. Sacrificing 2 food tokens is pretty easy to get food tokens overall. Beloved Princess is not worth picking. Eye Collector, yeah, just none of these stand out. Opt is pretty good so far. Merchant of the Veil, I've not been super impressed with, but it's a good card. Scorching Dragonfire is one of the best commons, just in terms of removal. Just dealing 3 damage for 2 mana is at instant speed. Always going to be good. It's pretty much like a Lightning Strike. I guess slight upside, being that it exiles it, but you cannot hit their face. So, and the Fierce Witch Stalker, I think this card's great. So it pretty much comes down to Ayara versus Savvy Hunter. I'm gonna go with Savvy Hunter because I just don't know if I'm not committed to black. If I had a ton of black cards, I would go for that one. But Savvy Hunter's the most generous overall. Like, yeah. I'm debating whether I should take Scorching Dragonfire, but we're gonna go with Savvy Hunter. Okay, Hypnotic Sprite I quite like because yes, it's blue, but it's a flyer. I found that a lot of times it's just sitting in my hand. I don't want to cast the 2/1 flying part of it. I want to hold it for the instant like counter target spell with converted mana cost 3 or less, but I just don't find that like happens a ton. You end up like holding it a long time, whereas sometimes just playing it and having a 2/1 flyer that they got to deal with is the correct move. But if you could play it usually, and definitely pick it. It's quite good. We might not go with it here. We might go with the Resolute Rider. But let's see, Prize Griffin. I like this card. Didn't Say Please. So I've already gotten the opportunity to do one sealed Throne of Eldraine where I did the mulligan strategy, not mulligan, mill strategy, and it was super good. I went 7-1 with that, or maybe 7-0. I mean, like I had 3 Didn't Say Please and 2 Merfolk Secret Keeper, and then I had the white card that lets you bounce creatures back to your hand. So I would cast Merfolk Secret Keeper on him like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 times, and it was just super good. But what are we picking here? Looks like Resolute Rider might be the pick. Going black instead of blue. Blues, I wouldn't mind going blue. I'm not committed to, is Hypnotic Sprite the better card over Resolute Rider? I think they're comparable. In a vacuum, I would choose this one. We're pretty close to a vacuum because you only have one pick. Let's see, gaining lifelink or indestructible. Let's go with Resolute Rider. Just got to make a decision. Let's do it. Another Savvy Hunter. Why not 2? Is it worth talking about anything else? Here, maybe I'll move my face. Should we do this for now? Maybe that's slightly better. I'll move it back if I can remember. But, alright, so Righteousness, don't pick that. Heraldic Banner is like okay if you're super into Knights. I guess not necessarily. It's actually not horrible, but probably not going to pick it over the Savvy Hunter. Silverframe Squire, pretty good in an aggressive deck. Not pretty good, but it's good. I'm pretty harsh on cards. I don't think there are a lot of like good cards. Like I say that there's lots of good cards in the set, but like you got to be very decisive and judgmental on your cards. Go, nope, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, only the good stuff is what I'm looking for. So here, Vantress Paladin, I've not been particularly impressed with. Usually just a 4-mana 2/2 flyer. It's okay. We're gonna go Savvy Hunter, and I should note, I don't really like unexplained vision. Obviously, in the right control deck where you're going, you know, blue-white control or something like that, it's good. But it's a sorcery speed, draw 3 cards. It's okay, but you don't want, like, 3 of them in your deck. Alright, what are we doing here? Cauldron Familiar. Not happy about it. 1 mana drain. Drain 1 with a 1/1. And then sacrifice a food. I do not want to be sacrificing food. I want to be using them to draw cards. Let's see. We are in black with these 3 cards. Wonder if Queen of Ice is worth doing. So the sorcery speed on this card is great, and then a 3 mana when it deals combat damage, a 3 mana 2/3 human wizard for what that's worth. Whenever Queen of Ice deals combat damage to a creature, tap that creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Yeah, but they would be choosing to block with it, so most players will play around the creature part of the text of this card. I'm tempted to take Tempting Witch. Lonesome Unicorn I quite like. I think it's a lot of value for 1 card. And it works pretty well. Like 3 mana, 2/2, and then you could just play the 5 mana later on. And 5 mana at any point that you want when you're running out of cards for a 3/3 with Vigilance is good. I mean, wish it was a knight, but it's a unicorn. So, Tempting Witch is like, it's just weird. I've never killed off anyone, and yes, you can sack the food to deal. It just deals 3 damage to the face. Honestly, it's not. I haven't been impressed with it, but I found myself saying that a lot. Do I want to already be splashing? I mean, we're just choosing for value, I guess, right now. Comes down to Tempting Witch versus Lonesome Unicorn. And I think we're going to go with Lonesome Unicorn. I wouldn't take the Tree Folk, although I'm considering. That's a consideration. 4 mana, 2+1/+1 counters. I mean, this is the deal with all adventure cards, right? Like, they're 2 mediocre cards in 1 card. So, kind of the value's there. But this is better value. So, we'll go with it. Lonesome Unicorn. Alright, Kenris Transformation. I like that card. Paladin, Curious Pair, Lost Legion. I think I like Kenris Transformation the best here. We sort of got to decide if we're going, you know, splashing that white, or if we're going heavily on the green-black. We're starting to decide. I think it's going to be green. Okay, Reeve's Soul versus another Kenris. I really like Kenris, but I'm going to have to go with the Reeve's Soul. Yeah, 2 mana removal is very good. Okay, this is sort of locking us into black. You know, I could take Kenris Transformation. This is Sorcery Speed. This is also Sorcery Speed. Let's do Kenris Transformation. It replaces itself. That's the huge part. Don't miss this about this card. Enters the battlefield, draws a card. Super good. In fact, that's the best part about this card. I mean, you put it on a creature, it makes it a 3/3. so what? But it's the drawing a card. It's like playing a free card. And it can potentially slow them down, like, a lot. So now we are on, let's see, Curious Pair, Wildwood Tracker, or Forever Young. Forever Young. I like Forever Young. Are we going to play it over Curious Pair? I think so. At this point, we could still splash for black. It comes down to Forever Young versus Curious Pair. I don't value Giant Skewer that much. Let's do Curious Pair and hope that that is the wrong choice. Okay. A 4-mana 3/2. Do I like this over Knight of the Keep? 3-mana 3/2 versus a 4-mana 3/2. But I've got an instant combat trick if I want it. And I just don't think I would play the 4-mana 2/5. And at this point, playing black is less attractive to me. So the Paladin or the Carver. Let's try to keep this as green as possible. And as I say it, don't get any green cards. Okay, I'm going to do something I don't think is good. I'm going to take Righteousness. Hopefully it works out. Fell the Peasant is a fine enough card. Maybe Weapon Rack, but Weapon Rack will be one of those cards we just pick up like late in the draft. I'm happy with Tall's Beanstalk, and I do think it's better than Gingerbread Cabin here. Okay, Tempting Witch, kind of late. Wait. No, let's go Knight of the Keep. Right? Yeah, let's do it. And then Curious Pair versus Tall as a Beanstalk. They're both not good cards. I'm probably going to cut both of them. So if I cut both of them, why does it matter? We'll take this against like aggressive decks with the intention to not play it. Eye Collector, probably not going to play that. Oh, it's perfect. Feasting Troll King. I think that's like exactly the card we want. Yeah, this card's a house. Well, I want that bacon up high. Maybe I want it, but I definitely want this. Feasting Troll King. Okay, got an Out Muscle. That's looking pretty attractive. I think Out Muscle is going to be the pick here. Is it better than Youthful Knight? It's kind of a tough one. Let's see, I know I have Tall as a Beanstalk, and I don't think Out Muscles, it's 4 mana, put +1/+1 counter and then fight. We'll do it. We'll do it. Okay, another Resolute Rider versus an Ardenvale Tactician. Right now it's looking like we won't have heavy black. You know, this is a very good card, but I just think Ardenvale Tactician is better. You know, but if I can cast it, I can make a 4/2 indestructible. I already have one, whereas this does different things. I like it better. I think Resolute Rider is the better card, but I like this better for my deck right now. I'm gonna go with it. Already on pack 2? Wow. Okay, Happily Ever After. Enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, each player gains 5 life and draws a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 5 colors among permanents you control, there are 6 or more card types among permanents you control and or cards in your graveyard, and your life total is greater than or equal to your starting life total, you win the game. Yeah, that's a crazy control win con, and I like it, but I cannot choose it. Although I would love to make a deck like that one day. Here it seems for the value that Lonesome Unicorn is going to get me there. And I think at this point I do like Lonesome Unicorn over Reeve Soul. Although that's not, you know, obviously apparent to me. I'm going to choose it. I'm happy with Prize Griffin. Just a big white flyer. Okay. Rosethorn Acolyte, I choose you. Silver Flame Squire, or another Rosethorn Acolyte. I think another Rosethorn Acolyte. And another Prize Griffin. I'm liking where this draft is going. Probably just get another big green guy. Ooh, 2 Righteousness. I'm gonna play it over Tall as a Beanstalk. Or am I? Because I already have 1. I can't imagine I'm gonna play 2 Tall as a Beanstalk in this deck. I really don't want to play another Righteousness. But I'm gonna. Knight of the Keep is fine. I am going to take the Garen Brigg Carver. No. we're gonna choose our big guy. Secret Keeper. Yeah, this literally doesn't matter. Shining Armor is not good enough to play. Giant Killer, not impressed with it. This card's kind of cute if we were going blue. Witch's Oven, I really like. I actually really like Witch's Oven. Now, is Witch's Oven better than Giant Killer? I don't want it to go away. I think this has potential to swing. What do they call it? What's the term? Wheel. Giant Killer. I'm gonna go with Giant Killer. Hey, that's a great pick. This fits perfectly with our deck. Wandermare. That's awesome. Okay, Flutterfox. I really like Flutterfox. Almost always a 2/2 flyer for 2. So it's going to get chosen. Another Lonesome Unicorn. We have to play the value in our deck. I don't think I'm going to play the Silver Flame Ritual. Not good enough. We'll do this against, like, Flyers decks. Put it in the sideboard. You know, although maybe I should do Festive Funeral. I haven't been super impressed with this, but no, we're just going to do the 3-mana 1/5. I don't think we're going to play any of these cards. We'll take it. Got a lot of ramp going on. Lucky Clover. Okay, let's take out one of those. Venerable Knight, maybe. Okay. Got it. Will do. That's an alarm did. Remind me of something. Trying to figure out what I'm going to play to see if I have Lucky Clover. Oh, that's kind of cute. Lucky Clover into the adventure part of Rosethorn Acolyte is... It's going to add, you know, it helps you ramp. We could, yeah, you know what? I don't mind doing this. Lucky Clover is, you're going in. Fortifying Provisions, no. Crashing Drawbridge. Okay, against aggressive decks, we'll do Crashing Drawbridge. Because I don't think I have enough to go Idyllic Grange. Is it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll just do it. Despite what I said. Cast an adventure card. Yeah, we're not going to play it, but we'll add it on there. Another one versus this cute little card. This just pulls stuff out of your graveyard. I guess if it's a super, it's an uncommon. If it's a super like grindy game, I could sideboard it in for black, but most likely will not do that. I'm not going to play any of this. I'm probably not going to play another one. Another Curious Pair? I do not think so. Witch's Cottage is the best of these types of cards in this set. Helps you get a creature card and put it on top of your library. So it's quite good. I use that in my pre-release. So Cauldron Familiar. Another one. Sweet. Okay, 45 cards. So we got to make some cuts. Let's definitely cut a Curious Pair. Possibly going to cut that Knight because I have lots of 3-drops. Savvy Hunter. Target creature gets +2/+2. This card's not great, but it is an adventure card, so I'll keep it in for now. Might take out Tall as a Beanstalk. This is a 4 white card. It's so good, though. It's so good. We'll keep it in because I am splashing black. It's just going to be tough to cast, but if I can cast it on turn 6 or 7, I think that's acceptable. This, I'm getting a lot of value out of it. 2 of those is what I want to keep in. I'll cut one of these. 3 swamps, they say. I might take out Righteousness. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize that it's when Vulnerable Knight dies. Yeah, so the reason I'm going to cut this, I think Venerable Knight is quite a good card, and I have well, only 3 knights, including this one, so only 2 other knights. I'm going to cut it. I do think a 1-drop 2/1 is good, especially with that ability, but we are not an aggressive deck, so we want to be, it's not worth putting an aggressive card in because it's not going to get the value that you want out of it. We want to grind. We want to be doing good trades and then win on turn 12, 15, turn 18, stuff like that. So because of that, we may end up popping back in Righteousness. Let's look at this. So 4 non-creature cards, lots of creature cards. So because we have lots of creature cards, Tall as a Beanstalk is better. But then so is the Tree Folk. I think Tall as a Beanstalk is a fine card to have in here. Curve's pretty good. 17 lands. I'm happy with this. We're split even 7 and 7. We went pretty heavy white. 3 black cards for 1 source, potentially 2 sources. Or I'm sorry, we have 2 of these cards, so let's try it out. So here goes nothing. Game 1. Let's fix this. All right, that looks good. We're going to play first. And no creature cards. We got all our lands. I'm going to keep this. I hope he's not aggressive. So we may have to sacrifice this game 1 to keep a playable hand, somewhat playable hand, and figure out if he's aggro or not. So if he's a super aggro deck and we don't draw well, then that's the price we paid to figure out what our strategy is going to be for games 2 and 3. Another thing that it's worth noting is that I prefer traditional draft where it's best of 3 way more than the whatever the other type of draft is. So seeing red is not good because it tends to be an aggressive start, but I don't like best of 1s. Part of why I chose what I chose so that I could sideboard in stuff. One thing I should keep in mind is that maybe I should have gone forest, and then for a possible, if I draw an adamant card. Case in point right there, the out muscle. So I'm not going to use that, although I could. I don't want him to be able to block. If I were to use it, it would just be for the drawing. Sort of like cycling it out of my hand. That is a fine draw. Most likely I'll block the 3/1. Okay. Oh no. That's bad. I think we're going to play the Prized Griffin. So he's definitely the more aggressive one, and he's had a pretty good curve, whereas I've stumbled a little bit. Like he's had good, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop, all quite good. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage coming through. I'm going to block that in the air so I can get my card back. So we can Adamant, kill it. I think I have to play this. and then we can out-muscle, and we are all right. Unless he has, you know, a way to get evade through it, and in aggressive decks they often have a way to evade. Yep, so that's a perfect evade card. But I'm gonna Kenrith it. So let's do this. Let's put it on there. Let's play that. We're gonna attack. Oops, wait. This one can attack now. So I think I just lost. That was a really poor mistake on my part, because he can attack with all three. Yeah, so bad mistake. We move on. We've bought some information though. He was probably going to get that either way, so I don't feel too bad about that loss. So the information that we bought tells us that you know, we just need to get early game stuff, even like early game blocks. I'm liking Curious Pair a little bit more. I would take out the Flutter Fox. Fell the Peasant. I didn't have that in to begin with. Kenris gets less good. Let's see, because it's a little bit slow. Sporecap Spider is worth having. Might even take out Giant Killer. Just a slow card. Dun, 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 we're going to take out Giant Killer. And perhaps add in Righteousness. No, we have 40 cards, and I think I'm happy with these 40 cards. This is getting a little bit up there. So no, I'm not. Not entirely happy yet. And we'll put in... whatever, we'll put in Righteousness. Because he's going to be attacking a lot, so we're going to be defending. Okay, we're going to play first. No green sources. That's unfortunate. Is it so unfortunate? I think we'll draw one, right? If we don't, we still have drops. I really hope we draw one. Because it's game 2, I probably... Let's see. Because it's game 2, would I play more risky or less risky? What's the mentality I want to go in with it? Probably more risky, because if we lose, we're out. So just take the risks. Whereas if we're up a game, then you play a little bit more conservative and you just, you know, hopefully that is good enough to carry you through. So I'm going to, let's see, I am going to play the tapped land first, because I don't think I'm not banking on getting that third plains and then it's coming in untapped, so I'm just going to play my tapped card now. 2 damage is pretty good. We're going to play the swamp and we'll buy some time. We're going to stop before combat. Well, I don't even know if... maybe that... is this mine? No. Found our green source. That's awesome. Let's... okay, couple options here. We could create a food token, then put the flyer down. We could create a mana and put the Resolute Rider down. I'm liking the Resolute Rider because it could gain lifelink. We could create a food token. See, but next turn I can also play the Resolute Rider. Just for the sake of doing it, I'm going to do this and choose black. I'm going to play the Resolute Rider. Would I block? I don't think so. Because this has the upside of giving me lifelink. Let's play that. This does gain indestructible. We'll try it out. We'll force him to use a card. To get rid of it or to block. So he did not. And we will take advantage of this, gaining lifelink. Excellent. And then we're going to... Do I play my flyer? Or... let's ramp a little bit. If possible. Because it's a good blocker. And it ramps us into more stuff that we can play. Like our... So perfect. We're going to use the Kenris on the 4/3. This is not bad at all. Drew a land anyway when it's a forest, so it's the best type. This is looking really good for us. Make a 3/3. Oh no! No! That's the way it works? Oh no. Well, hopefully someone learned something. Because I thought that if I turned that, I would get it back. But he just now gets it the rest of the game. Oh no. That sucks. That sucks a lot. And he's got the enough to activate it. That's game ending. We're gonna lose because of 2 mistakes. But that's okay. It's a new set. That's what happens. But so I'm gonna have to kill this. All right, that's the only way. It can't attack or block, which is a good thing. But I thought I would get it back. You know, it was a mistake. Like, I didn't know that that's the way the interaction was, but it's not that bad. Because I'm preventing a 4/3 flyer. I may end up winning. All indications point towards that I'm going to win this game. And I feel good about the next couple draws that are coming in versus his. Okay, there we go. So, was not punished. And now I know better. Whew. Now, is it worth it to do that? No, because he only had one. He only presented one creature with flying, so I don't want to put in Fell the Pheasant. Just have it hanging out in my hand. Flutterfox was. I mean, you know, the flyer was pretty good. The problem is, it's just not a good blocker. Power 4 greater. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it exactly the same. That's pretty fun, though, these past 2 games. He's going to be on the play. I need a good hand. Okay. No green source again. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Because if I draw that green source, I mean, I have plays, and until I get to my green source. And then once I get to my green source, I'll be fine from there. Planning on playing Idyllic Grange first. You know, this card is really bad because you have to have a creature on the battlefield as well. So this land is just not that great. I may take it out. There's slight upside, but lands coming in tapped are just awful. Gonna play that, and so far we are okay. This card's not bad because it's a playable with my mana. Okay, 4 damage incoming next turn. Stop on the opponent's main. Oh, awesome. I would love that you played that. I guess he had to play it right then and there, but like he couldn't have waited. So I'm going to tap that one and tap the double striker just in case. Well, it doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter. Oh, wow. Awesome. No damage done. Feels pretty nice. This does not feel nice. Because I definitely need another land. I need a green. And I need it, like, next turn. Okay, 4 damage is going to hurt. And hopefully it doesn't have a combat trick. Okay, honestly, that's all right. Okay. Suppose I will have to take it. This is this is what we've drawn for our mana. I may sub out a swamp. Oh, nice. We'll act like we have nothing. He'll swing. Okay. Getting a little ridiculous. There it is. Found it just in time. So here we could add a source of any color. It's going to trigger twice. Gets us 2 green. We can cast both of these. I believe that to be the right move. I'm going to choose green. And green. And I think choosing this. No! No! It used up both my green. So I should manually tap that. There's so far 3 mistakes happening. That is quite annoying. That's 3 mistakes so far, but might as well use it now. Can I cast all these? No. But this does trigger twice, so I'm going to do that. And then, do we want Reach or the Savvy Hunter? I'm going to do the Savvy Hunter. And, oh, I can. I mislooked up my mana, so we're going to do this one. And I feel like we are okay. Not fine, but we're okay. I have to keep this back because the first strikers. Kind of a fun game so far. I mean, this could go either way. Oh, that's beautiful. Tall as a beanstalk. Do I want to put it on my flyer? No, I don't think so. I think I have to do it on something different. Let's put it on the Savvy Hunter. I'll force him to make some trades he may not want to. You know what? It's not even that good because he can just double block with the first strikers. I gotta think about my plays a little bit better. Although it is a blocker now, so. And it is a 6/6 blocker, so I could block one of them. The fact that the prize Griffin can get in there means that we have him on a clock, but it's quite a long one. And he just gives up. I don't think that's the right move, but he knows his deck better than me. We pulled it out. We won. Great job, guys. That's awesome. Let's go to game 2. That was pretty good. We just figured out that he was aggressive and changed our cards accordingly. And it seems like we have a lot of stuff in the side that we can play against those aggro decks very well. So I wish this is so close to working. You know, we have a 1-drop here. I shouldn't even look at it, right? Because if we spend like 2 to 3 turns getting that land. So land is 17 cards. The way you think about it is less than half the deck. So if there's 40 cards total, we're seeing 7. 16 cards left. So 16 out of 33 cards. 16 out of 33 is less than half. Just under. So in 3 turns. But even I would be drawing a land. Does that math sort of make sense? But I'm just gonna mulligan just to be safe here, and we'll keep this one. What are we putting back? Hate to do it. Prize Griffin, you gotta go. You gots to go. You know, do we do Prize Griffin or Flutterfox? It's kind of an interesting choice, because I do want to keep Lonesome Unicorn. I'm going to take off the Flutterfox, because we're assuming that we're going to be playing a little bit slower. I don't have... So, like, this is not a turn 2 play, most likely. I would like it to be if I had the mana, but because I don't. Whereas this is a pretty likely turn 5 play. So we're actually going to take the Flutterfox. And put that back in the deck. I'm still getting used to the London Mulligan rule. The last time I went to Cool Stuff, which is the local... I'm from Central Florida, Orlando, so we have Cool Stuff games. That's where we... Alright, that doesn't matter. That's where we go... me and my roommate, Corey, go play pre-releases like in paper, in person. And the London Mulligan rules, so actually this past weekend was the first time I've done it like in paper, and so I had to stumble through that a couple times. But anyway, here's pretty good, having the Lucky Clover into the Rosethorn Acolyte. Again, you saw what happened last time, but hopefully we don't make the same screw up again. This is a great opportunity that if anyone watching this, you get to learn from other people's mistakes by watching these types of videos. So we could add in 2 sources of mana for 1. So we could ramp up to 4, but we don't have a 4-drop. So we might do that next turn for 3. Not for 3, but next turn play the 5-drop. Okay, so he had the answer for it. So let's ramp into our 5-drop. Or do we play double? We can't do both of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? But then I have to spend a mana to do this. So it's really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, the best we can do is do our prized griffin. White. Resolve white. And we wouldn't do the 3/3 with vigilance because we like the flyer better. Really hope I draw a white source. Okay. Oh no. That was a solid play from him. That's the best memory theft I've ever seen. Let's attack. Do we put this on there and then attack? Let's see what we get after we draw another source. It's not the right color. Nice. I don't care, dude. I'm just trying to get through my deck. No attacks. It did take off vigilance and added a +1/+1. Uh-oh. That means he's got something. So, because he's got something, do I block? I'm going to make him use it. Because if he uses a card... Oh! That's why he said nice. Oh, that's annoying. Just bad luck. I guess possibly I could have played it better, but like just not block, just let it go through. But bad luck that I drew the 1 out right after it happened. Okay. I may cut a swamp here for the next game and add in a forest. And then moving on. Because I'm really only splashing for the swamps. Whereas a large portion of my deck is white. Yeah, this is too bad. He's not particularly aggressive. He actually has lots of value. So he's a mid-rangey, somewhat value deck. Okay. If I don't draw anything here, we'll concede. Not quite it. Okay, so we had one good move in that game. Alright. If we do that and add in a forest, I think that'll be a little bit better. Trying to figure out what would be good here. Creating a food token. Putting a creature with reach. I don't think I need to make any drastic changes. Maybe take out the tactician. No, I don't want to do anything. I'm going to keep it as is. I got to get my Troll King out. This deck so far has not had a lot of food generation. Maybe that's obvious. I didn't choose a whole lot of food generator cards, but would have liked to see them. More of them. Don't have my black source, but I do have Rosethorn Acolyte. Unfortunately, I need to draw another forest to activate that. Okay. That's something. Nice. It probably will have the answer to it. So in that case, maybe I should have done Lonesome Unicorn first. No, you play your best card. If he's got the answer, he's got the answer. Talking myself into the right play. Because, you know, if he has the answer, he probably would have played it. So he does not. Definitely will play this forest over this plains. We will create a food token. And then attack. And then that way, if he has any answers, we can sack the 2 food tokens. Okay, he's tapping it. Totally fine with us. What do we play now? Rosethorn Acolyte? I'm happy with it. Yikes. He's getting a lot of value both times he's played that. One thing that you could think about is that if you're playing against a green opponent, Memory Theft is quite good because they usually have big green adventure cards. So just keep that in mind. Like I would consider boarding this in a matchup like this where he's mid-range versus my mid-range deck, and we're just playing for value, because that Memory Theft just did huge work for him. It essentially discarded 2 cards because I had the adventure going. We're going to play this and get our Troll King out. Get him out of there. Which is awesome. Good game, he says. Probably. I've already played my land. I definitely will get at least 1 card on his end step, sacking 2 of these food tokens. I mean, he's still ahead on cards. Okay, we're gonna sack it 1 time. Do we go for 2, or do we keep them up? That's not bad. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Greedy. And this is also my only opportunity to do this, so. Let's put 2 counters and spread the love a little bit in case he has an answer for this somehow. It's just not even worth adding 1 mana of any color. Although, Yes, it is, because I could... Can I play this? Yeah, I can, right? Does this work this way? No, it doesn't. Oh, no, it doesn't. Undo. 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 No, it doesn't matter. I was thinking, for some reason, my idiot brain was like, alright, I'll play this, create a mana, and then I'll be able to play it itself, but it doesn't work that way. Luckily, I don't think this will matter that much, because if he had a way to discard adventure exiled cards, he would choose the Tree Folk. So, and I'd be playing the Rosethorn Acolyte for its creature side anyway. So, okay. He was a little bit mana stuck that game, whereas I had no issues and pretty good cards. Pretty good draws. I'm going to take out Resolute Rider. And I'm going to add in... maybe a Tree Folk. Just get that value game going. Okay. Seems like a good start. Okay. Not necessary, but I'll take it. Because I already have my fixing. I think I already have all colors. We're gonna make a call, and it's gonna be Lonesome Unicorn. No, we're gonna ramp. We're gonna ramp ourselves. If he wants to kill it, he can kill it. Great. I don't want to play Lonesome Unicorn. Well, first of all, I just want to get the Savvy Hunter out to start generating the food tokens. But I don't want to play the Lonesome Unicorn because if he has the... I'm scared of that 3-mana Mind, whatever, the one that looks at my hand, discards a card, and then gets rid of the adventure. Because if he had that, I'd just be done. I mean, that'd be so much value for him. But anyway. Tall as a Beanstalk, maybe. This card, maybe. Let's just do Prized Griffin. Let's spread out our threats. Just playing on curve. Good card here because it kind of forces him to choose something to deal with this. Like, he has to absolutely deal with that. You know, I got him thinking about this, so he plays this card and then switch it up on him. Like, I don't even care. This card's just chilling right now. And then once he figures out a way to use 1 or 2 cards to kill off this one, we'll Beanstalk our Savvy Hunter. So here we know he has combat tricks. I forget exactly which combat trick it was, but we're going to let this through. Because on board right now, it looks like I'm going to win the race. So the question is, do I Beanstalk now? No. There's just not a need for it. Okay. Does this kid... Yeah, it's Death Touch anyway, so it's probably a good thing I did not use the Beanstalk. Because then I just would have wasted a card. Because he's going to be blocking the Human Hunter. 1 for 1. Fine trade. He had lifelink on it. You know, I wonder at this point, is it worth doing? No, let's just keep doing the Prize Griffin. Okay. He's running out of cards. But he's able to scry too. That's good for him at this point. Dun, 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 dun. Does he have the combat trick? We'll force him to use something. Now, do I double block? I think he has a combat trick. Let's just see what he does. Because that was an aggressive swing. Yep. I will definitely sack this card just to see that. I think that's fine with me. It's fine with me unless... You know what? Unless I draw my Troll King right now. But I didn't, so... I am very happy putting a +1/+1 counter on... I can't believe this actually worked. If I put on the flyer... You know, we're racing, so... But I do have food, and I have a food token coming in. I'm going to put it on this. Use it as defense. It's got vigilance. If he double blocks, I'll kill off 1. And it'll be the Lost Legion that I'll kill. Get this value. I don't know why my game is sort of freezing up a little bit. Doesn't bother me that much, but hopefully it doesn't detract from the viewing experience. Okay. Things are getting big and scary. No blocks. And I'm going to consider using my food tokens at this point. Oh no! Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it? Right now he doesn't have it. Because I can block this 3/6. Gains flying. He's got it. Ah. He had the perfect cards. That's too bad. Exactly one damage. So if I had 1 mana open, I would have been able to survive. That's as close as it gets. Well, pretty exciting though. A lot of gold. Oh, that's too bad. Are we keeping this in? Yeah, late game it's fine. I just had to see it work. And now I'm on it. The idyllic Grange. I don't mind my deck. It's alright. We'll keep it going. We'll keep it going. Alright, let's get this win. I think this will be okay. We'll find it. We'll find it. We are going to Kenris our own creature. More likely than not. That's crazy. What a combo. Looks like, from what it looks like, we're going to be the well, as I'm saying that, I was going to say we're going to be the control, or we're going to be the aggressive player. He's going to be the controlling player. But if you play a card like that, your deck is somewhat fast. At least it looks to be that way. Okay, most likely we're just going to play this card. Okay, weird that he would play kind of all these cards together. Maybe it's like some artifact deck. Because, you know, if you're playing drawing cards and scrying and playing a little bit slow, you know, stuff like Witch's Cottage, you don't put Ginger Brute in your deck, generally. But this guy has his own way of doing it. Okay. Double blocking coming. Here we go. Double block? Double block? Nice. We are getting value out of our card. You know, I don't even mind that I didn't play anything that... I'm just getting rid of the blockers. So he has to play something good and get rid of my stuff. And I've got plays coming up. I'm way okay with this. Add 1 mana of any color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm almost going to be able to play the Feasting Troll King. But I have the pressure on him. I want to keep that pressure up. So why don't I just play the Lonesome Unicorn. I'm going to attack. Or attack, then play it. Either way. So the other option there was to play the Rosethorn Acolyte, so that next turn I could play the Troll King. But like I said, I want to keep the pressure up. So I want to play my 3/3 of Vigilance, go wide a little bit. He's having troubles laying down good enough blockers. So if he wants to stay alive, he's going to block the 3/3. And then just next turn, I'm getting value each turn. If he doesn't block, I'm just getting underneath him. He still has outs, though. I mean, there's things he could do. He's not out of it yet. Man, that keto coffee's kicking in. I'm getting crazy. Heart rate's going up. I can feel it. The coffee isn't particularly high caffeine or anything. It's just, I guess it's just hitting me that way. Yeah, this is day 3 of very strict keto. No beans, no rice, no sugar, no bread. And I like all that stuff. It's quite good, but it's not that bad, honestly. Like I had beef stew with cauliflower rice. Tastes really good. Had it for lunch the next day today, and I'm gonna have it for dinner tonight. Might go have a bowl of soup, of beef stew after this. And cauliflower rice is awesome. It kind of has that same, like what you want with rice, that same sort of texture. But it's pretty good, and it's a great alternative. The problem with cauliflower rice, though, is that if you make it and it's hot and like you leave it in the fridge, like not in a container, it can stink up the whole, like it smells like broccoli. Like if you ever like, it smells like a fart in your kitchen, like for hours and hours and hours. So that's like the downside of cauliflower rice. But you just leave it in a sealed container, it's fine. Tastes good though. All right, he's taking his time. We're drawing everything good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have this off? Why can't I play? Oh, because it's 4. Wow. So we could play it this turn. He's holding up counter magic, but we definitely could play the Feasting Troll King. Looks like he's just AFKing on us. Disinterested. Just not gonna win. Realizes it. Taking his time. Browsing Reddit. Watching YouTube. Getting up. Getting a drink. Who knows what he's doing. But he's not playing against us. That's all I know. I'll take it. A win's a win's a win. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, I'll be right back for game 3. Alright, game 4, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yep, 4. So I really want to hit... I want to just hit 6 wins. I'm not even going to say... really want to hit this win, because I want them all. The best limited set so far, in my opinion, was Ravnica Allegiance. In this format, I really only started playing when Ixalan came out, and I didn't even play Limited. I played Limited probably first starting in maybe Dominaria, and then what was the one after that? M19, and then after that, I didn't play M19. I don't like the core sets. I don't think those are fun limited environments. Ooh, boy. I don't like it. I do not like this. It's just such a risk. We're gonna play a little bit conservative. This is pretty good. And then we'll simply top the Resolute Rider. Although we could play it, but it's just, I'm gonna throw that one back because we have 3 different colors. And then playing the Resolute Rider. What just happened? Oh, a mill deck, he says. I am scared of mill decks in this format. Because if they can just control you out, there's like nothing you can do. I don't like it. Man, this is a really good card. After my 3 drops that are here. I am expecting a Didn't Say Please. So because I'm expecting that, I'm going to play this card. Now, if this card... One thing to note is if he counters it, I can't play the other half of the creature card because it would go to my graveyard. So with that in mind, I'm going to play Savvy Hunter. He's going to Didn't Say Please it. Watch these calls. He's got it up. Oh! I was wrong. But I'm okay with that. Still might have it up. So if we attack, he's just going to trade off with that. Maybe that's okay. I don't feel good. We're going to just keep this. We're going to keep it up. He looks like a controlling deck. I don't want to just give him my Savvy Hunter for his Falamir Knight. I am still scared of the Didn't Say Please. And the reason I'm so scared of it is because I would lose out on a lot of value, and he's holding up the mana, and it's somewhat consistent with his strategy that he's presenting so far. So I just think it's a high likelihood that I'm making the correct call, and I do think he has a Didn't Say Please. Now, once it gets to, at this point in the game where I have plenty of mana, I may just force it. Why don't we go 1, 2, 3. Well, 1, 2. We're going to tap these 2 creatures. Deciding if he wants to counter it. He will not. And then maybe at this point, I just force it out. I'm going to play the Lonesome Unicorn. After my attacks. If he does not counter it, then I'm going to assume he does not have it. So we're going to go with the running assumption that he does not have the card I thought he had, which is that counter spell. Okay. At this point, I might use the Tree Folk, put it on the Savvy Hunter, and just swing with it. But he's going to block with the 1/1. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. No, I'm going to play the Ardenvale Tactician. Wish this was instant speed. That would be awesome. Yeah, let's do it here. I fully expect him to block with the 1/1, but to me that's not important because I'm going to replace the card by sacking these 2 life things, and I really just want to get rid of that card. I want to get to my Troll King, and I still have value, and they're quite good creature cards here. Okay, so he is playing a pretty slow strategy. Oh, this is just perfect. That's a great card to pick up. Okay. Next turn we'll play the Tree Folk. This will become big enough so that I can start swinging. Do y'all like my mug? It's an octopus. It's actually quite a big mug for coffee. My sister got it for me because apparently when I was young, she's my younger sister, but when I was young I said I like octopuses. Said they were my favorite animal. I mean, I don't care anymore, but it's just funny that they just like people you grew up with, your sister and your family and stuff. They just think what you said when you were younger is like maintained all the way through. It's just so funny to me. But anyway, this is a great pickup because it enables us to do a lot with it. So if we play this, we still can present our instant speed combat trick. So what we'll do is swing with these 2 and use our combat trick. You know, I don't think this card's good. I have yet to see it do anything amazing. Now that it's being played against me, we'll see if my thoughts change on that, but I don't expect them to. Awesome. Feel good about our position. Man, hopefully this is content that anybody watching, hopefully you like it so far. I've always found it a lot of fun to just watch players kind of talk through their plays and play any game that I've that I'm into, that I'm playing actively. So like I've been a StarCraft 2 player,
I first started, I actually didn't play a whole lot of video games. I did growing up, and then I had a period of time where I did not, and that was like age 14 to 19. So it's a pretty big set of like 5 years where I did not play video games a whole lot. And then I went out and bought StarCraft 2 while I was in college because I was like, I had some free time, and I had like this awesome schedule. One, maybe 2 semesters. It was like 1 or 2 semesters in a row, and it was 8 a.m. to noon, Monday, Wednesday. I think Friday I had like a 10 to 2, but it was like awesome. I had all Tuesday off, all Thursday off, no weekend classes, nothing. That was the best schedule I've ever had. And I had some time, and so I went to go pick up StarCraft 2. And doing StarCraft 2, I loved... That was right when Twitch streams were becoming big and becoming a thing. Whoa. Not all of you. Just a few of you. And I loved watching people play StarCraft. So... it's not equivalent to this because this is more of a thought-out game, and StarCraft 2 is very fast, very mechanics-focused. But just in terms of seeing players better than you, it's a lot of fun, and you can learn a lot. And I hope people are learning from the decisions I'm making. And I'm not even a particularly good player, but I do think I am good at limited, and I think that will bear out in these videos moving forward, and then also just with my past history on Arena. I've done quite well, I would say, on Arena. I feel that to be the case. So, let's change this to be a 3/3. And draw a card. We're really looking for our Troll King here. Best card in our deck. And it's just one of those things where I'm gonna play anyway because I just enjoy the game, and I like talking to like-minded people. So why not just record myself doing it? And like I want, I'm entrepreneurship minded. And I've never started a company, but it just seems like an awesome thing to do and to get into. Yeah, we'll do this one. And one thing is, on your downtime while you're playing games anyway, might as well make some content, throw it out there, and see what happens. So that's my thought on that. I do not expect to become a YouTuber or anything of that nature because I just don't think that's my path. But it's fun. It's just something to do. This guy is getting pretty grindy. I'm working with a lot of life, so I'm not scared of Revenge of Ravens just yet. We're going to get rid of the big blocker. Yeah, this is a grind fest. This is still game 1. This is going to be bad. It's going to be late to class. Oh, nice. It's a good pickup. What do we want to kill? Yeah, we'll kill that one. We'll pay the adamant. Okay. It's too bad. Festive Funeral. I want this card to work and it looks kind of good, but it just has not performed for me. But I have a low sample size, so. Okay, good. This is something that definitely breaks this grinding halt that we find ourselves in. Because I can kill this one and then keep on going. Really what we're looking for in one of these 15 cards is my Troll King. It's absolutely the best card in the deck right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, we're playing 17 lands. There's one. So that's 11 lands. And then I have 12, 13. So 4 more lands, estimating. But there's 4 more lands in the deck. So 10 cards. Resolute Rider's on the absolute bottom. Oh, this is unfortunate. He may win. I'm running out of threats and I'm running out of time as well. No. Hate to see this. Because even if I draw the Troll King, I gotta play it, I gotta attack, I gotta get through all these creatures. And then the Revenge of Ravens is going to do some work at that point. We might be able to deck him out. I hope that happens. I believe our Troll King. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nope, Troll King is still in the deck. At this point with this many creatures, I don't know. That's a giant killer. We don't have anything. He doesn't have any giants. I have 4 cards left. I believe he's got this game. I'm a little bit pressed on time in real life, so I'm going to concede that, assuming that there's just no way I could attack and get through. So how do we play against this? If my game would load. Alright, there we go. Deals 5 damage to target creature. So we definitely want Return to Nature. We might want Knight of the Keep. Just to put the pressure on. Garenberg Squire. Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze. I still might. There it is. Pardon me. Cauldron's Gift. You're worth playing. Get rid of one of those. Get rid of the Kenris Transformation. Get rid of both of them. We'll get rid of Giant Killer, maybe not. We will get rid of probably another Acolyte. Tree Folk might be too slow. But also I don't mind just having extra cards. because he does have a mill strategy. Let's do that. Throw in a few extra cards. I don't mind. I mean, he essentially won that last game by milling, so if you have 46 cards in your deck, as long as they're all, you know, good stuff, stuff that I would like, I think that's totally fine. We'll keep it. Man, this Resolute Rider is real annoying, huh? Such a good card, I just can't play it. So if I want to get to class on time, I gotta leave in 20 minutes. We'll see if that works. In 22 minutes exactly. So can I get through this game and one more? Because I want to get the win. And if I don't, that's too bad. But I'm going to upload this video no matter what. I actually recorded 2 others, and they just weren't good showings. So still figuring out the format, and I don't think I made any particularly big mistakes on the other 2 videos, but in terms of gameplay, but just didn't get good picks. But that's to be expected. Okay, he's getting that out real early, so that sucks for me. I want to put the highest amount of power out as possible over the Lonesome Unicorn. These slow, grindy, controlling decks are pretty good against what I've got. Play that. We're not going to play around counter magic. Are we getting punished? He has something. Oh. That's very good for us. I don't mind this too much. We'll definitely get rid of that one. I'm gonna get rid of a land. I hope that I can draw the land. Oh, it triggers twice. Well, it didn't matter what I chose then. That sucks. Discard my entire hand. That sucks. He made it work. But I'm making this work. If he doesn't have anything, I mean, surely he'll have a land. But then a land doesn't even get him there. Oh, that's too bad. But at least I can play something. Nope. Alright, so he's essentially got this game. Making his land drops. Reaper of Night's gonna come out. Just the fact that he plays anything is good for him. He's got it. I couldn't get underneath him. You know, one interesting thing about this card is that it actually can't block flying. It's only if this card attacks. That's Reaper of Night. Oh, what are you going to choose? Lonesome Unicorn? Yeah, this guy just had so much value in his deck, and he found all the right pieces, so. Lysurge? You think that's a reference to lysergic acid, which is LSD? Yeah, I'll just play it. no sense in trying to hold it up to bluff or anything like that. I don't have much to present in the way of bluffing. I don't have any leverage. Well, it looks like I'm definitely going to make it to class on time. So that's a positive. Okay. You know what I've been doing recently? I've been drawing magic cards because their artwork is like just so great. Look at that. It's badass. I've been sketching them. I am horrible at drawing, but I like being bad at stuff, and because that's how you get good at stuff. So I've had a lot of fun doing that. And you could just pick any commons or random cards, like this Flutterfox. It's just gonna be a common, but it's a cool thing to draw. So, okay, now we're talking. Here we go. It's not gonna do me any good, but let's YOLO a little bit. We're not playing around anything in particular, or counting on anything upcoming from the top of our deck in particular. But if we can sneak out a win, I just don't see any way we can do it now. I like this style of deck. Dimir, very slow, controlling. I like it in this format. I liked it with I think it was Ravnica, or Guilds of Ravnica, or Ravnica Allegiance. What was the first one? Someone will remember. The first one had Dimir. That was a lot of fun. That was such a fun format. But I like the second one the best. I believe the second one was Ravnica Allegiance, and the first one was Guilds of Ravnica. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's see what prizes we did, and then let's GTFO. Okay, so we went, was that 2 wins or 3 wins? I forget. So we got Happily Ever After. Okay, we might make a deck around that, because that card looks awesome. It kind of reminds me of, if you guys remember, Approach of the Second Sun. Oh, that was the first Magic deck I ever played. Standard Approach the Second Sun. Control. And then I played green-white tokens. But it was not quite tokens. It was like... it wasn't Selesnya tokens, but it was like green-white. And then I had this one card where I just cheesed them out. I forget what that card was called, but it was a lot of fun. Alright, Sorcerer's Spyglass. We already have a bunch of those. So, prizes weren't that great. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll do definitely another one of these probably tonight. So, I'll start uploading this, and thanks for watching, okay? See you next time.